Welcome back. Members of the Tea Party movement are angry about health care reform passing. So will final approval of the bill make the Tea Party lose momentum or give it more steam? For a fair and balanced debate, we are joined by former House Majority Leader Dick Armey and Bernard Whitman, former pollster for President Clinton. Good morning to both of you.
Morning.
All right, Mr. Armey, let's start with you because you're kind of an advisor to one of the Tea Party organizations, such as it is. What do you think? Is this good? Now that this is settled, Tea Party going to dissipate?
Well, no, absolutely not. In fact, it'll come back stronger and more assertive. The fact of the matter is these folks feel like their liberty has been severely intruded against. That is detrimental to the well-being of the country. You pick up the paper today, and finally, we've hit D-Day, where they're not taking in money enough in payroll taxes to meet current Social Security outlay. That means, by the way, the government's big extra slush fund, which they've always gone to pay for extra things, has dried up on them, and the fiscal thing is worse. So these folks are very distressed about this country, and they believe that it's very possible a continuation of these kinds of policies will ruin the country.
Bernard, do you have a problem with the Tea Parties?
I don't have a problem with the Tea Parties, but the Tea Parties are going to have a problem with the health care bill, and here's why. The hope was to delay the passage of the bill and gain political momentum from it. What's happened instead is the bill is passed, and the fact is the American people like what is in this bill. They like the fact.
Parts of it.
Let me tell you what they like. They like the fact that insurance companies will no longer be able to bar.
You're going to name the 5 or 6 talking point parts.
But that is what people like, and that is why over the course of the health care reform debate, as it dragged out, support for the bill went down, not because people don't like what's in it, because they dislike the process. But now, once the bill is passed, and they start to see the benefits of tax breaks for small businesses, into pre-existing conditions, closing the Medicare donut hole. But that is, the problem is the health care bill is popular, particularly among older Americans who are disproportionately in the Tea Party.
The average Tea Party patriot understands enough about the practice of medicine to know that if I have a painful arm, you don't take the attention away from my painful arm by breaking my leg. And you can talk about all these good things they did, like stopping what was it you just said?
Denial of pre-existing conditions and dropping people in.
But you don't do that. There's not necessary in order to do that to force an unconstitutional mandate on every citizen of the country. I mean, the fact of the matter is the biggest problem with government, it's recognized by all of us in the grassroots, is they always overkill on everything, and it's always more about their power and control than, in fact, resolving the current dilemma faced by the American people.
All right, Bernard.
If these folks would get outside themselves and do a service for America instead of acquiring power for themselves, they might have peace with the American people.
This is about providing real health care to millions of Americans, in addition to covering 32 million that didn't have coverage. It's about making sure that kids who are sick with pre-existing conditions can actually get the coverage. And I will tell you, in fact, that this health care bill will not only be a long-term benefit to the Democrats as people begin to access the benefits, but in the short-term elections in November this fall, this is going to be a great boon. And I don't think it spells the death knell for the Tea Party movement, but it spells the marginalization as people really recognize the benefits of health care reform.
We're going to have to end it right there. What do you folks out in TV land think? Will this just whip the Tea Parties into a frenzy, or is it flatlining? Email us right now, friends@foxnews.com.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Armey, Mr. Whitman, we thank you very much for joining us.
All right.